Right, this video, before you watch it, is a solo Hoxton breakout on console. This is for beginner players that want to get into death sentence for solo. And if you want to do it with friends, like 2 people, always pick up Inspire, because Inspire's the best. And professional players, you're going to have to wait for 1 down to come along. So, if you want to see 1 down, it'll probably be next, like just in general, like after half of the good heists have been done in death sentence solo. So that's a plus. And if you see by my level, this is recorded after the entire video, so I will see you all in the video. Right, Payday video after 7 months. This is going to be a follow-up to Hoxtonbreakout death sentence, but on console, not PC this time. So all the console players have the same chance like PC, but PC has more stuff and all that. So what you're going to be running: light crossbow, compact grenade launcher, concussions, or grenade launcher of your choice, shall I say. Fucking electric bass knuckles or the buzzer, doctor bag, 2-piece suit, and rogue. You're gonna have combat medic, basic, quick fix, ace, combat doctor, ace, underdog basic, resilience ace, die hard basic, and scavenger basic. Steady grip basic, duck and cover aced, but I have mine basic. Parkour aced, inner pockets basic, shockproof aced, sneaky bastard basic. Second wind basic, optical illusions basic, and low blow basic. High value target aced, 9 lives aced, and on the AI you want quick, sharpened, and inspire, and you want invigorator, if I even pronounce that right, accelerator, and distractor for the skills for the AI. And yeah, that's how you're gonna do it. Right, into the Hoxton breakout. So, depending on luck and all that, you should be fine. But if you're actually, what's it called, playing it smart, you'll also be fine. So, as I said, run either electric bass knuckles or the taser, and really up to you after that. And Bane, can you be quiet, please? And yeah, after you, what's it called, this build should be able to work on like boiling point as well. So if you wanted to boiling point loud, you can't stealth it, big brain me, you can just use this build and get through that easy. So if you're missing that achievement or trophy on Xbox or PlayStation, just use this build and you'll get through it. But the achievement trophies on the Death Wish are above. So right, into the heist. I will see everyone on, well, not on day 2. I'll probably just sit through the content and just speak about how you just do it. So the first part is nothing. It's just an easy walkthrough, like for the first 3 guards, or 2 depending on luck, but I think it's always 3 on what's called Mayhem and above. Then once you get up on the roads, it's all about Hoxton. It's all about Hoxton's pathlining on how long he takes. So mainly you have to wait for Hoxton at this part. And yeah, see, look, he's just got stuck right there. So basically all this part right here is just a waiting game for Hoxton to get fucking in the truck. And as well, you can just send the AI in and basically clear the way until most called you move the car. And then it's really up to you if you want to sit at the car or behind the car, or just run down to like the next part. It's really depending on how you feel. So you could stick with it, or you could just wait for it to go down. So, as you see, the AI are handling the dozer not that well. Like, my aim is actual potato and controller for Payday, but who really cares? But, see, it's just stopped right here. That basically allows you to run ahead once you do that part. You could sit at, like, the next, what's it called, interactable, so you can just sit here. If one spawns. It's not always guaranteed for one to spawn there. Or depending if you're going the other way, there'll probably be like a hole, like the first turn. But it's not always guaranteed, it's always random luck. Or just RNG on what you get. Like you get a SWAT truck right there if your RNG is that bad. So basically what we're doing right now is just waiting for the truck to get to the place. Then we pick up the bar things or the planks, whatever they're fucking called, and place it. Then we just run down the road to this bit. Then it will stop again, depending on your route, because it could probably just go straight down and stop either there or up there. And there's a chance for like a vehicle or something to spawn right here as well. And right there's a SWAT truck, or SWAT van, whatever you want to call it. That spawns right there. There could be a gap or a police car there. Just like at the beginning. The beginning always has a police car to spawn, so don't think about the RNG there. And yeah, then you're just going to be waiting here unless you got drill skills in the build that probably most people have done, depending on the skill points and all that shit. And it's just going to save a whole bunch of time if you have drill skills. Just being honest, it's drill skills on a SWAT truck or van, whatever you want to call it at this point. And jokers would also be good here, but didn't have the skill points, so. And now it's just more waiting for the drill to finish. Now this is the annoying part. You could get instantly one tap there, if you didn't know, just because how annoying the drill is. And it's basically the entirety of the first day. It's all about luck. That's all it is. Day 2 is about luck, but if you save a keycard till the end, you're golden. But we'll get on to day 2 when day 2 comes along. Like I just went down there. That's the first down out of the 4 downs. If you got 9 lives aced. And if the AI had Inspire, like one of the AIs would just run and Inspire me, but I didn't have the Continental coins for it at the time, so the AIs could do it. And again, I just went down. Okay. As you can see, the AI are doing a pretty good job at clearing the cops, because the AI is actually really good since they added the henchman AI, or the henchman bot update. But they're still not good at reviving. That's one thing. They're terrible at reviving still. So if you got this far in your first attempt, I would recommending, depending on how many downs you got right at the beginning, if you got like tons of them, or like 3 downs right at the beginning, place a doctor bag like in like the first bit of cover. But if you get to here and go down like twice, I would save a doctor bag until you go inside. Or if you get downed 3 times, I would just place it right here. You'll probably lose AI here, so you probably lose like an AI or 2, but depending on luck. the AIs will actually be smart and not sit in the way of a turret. So Jimmy's probably gonna go down though. Just thinking about it, Jimmy will probably go down. And then you're inside. The time doesn't actually matter. You could be in here at like any time. So if you have quick equipped for the AI, which you should, great English me, it would be easy just to pick lock the doors. It would just be simple. It would be just like opening like the cash register. And if one of your AIs went in custody, or you're doing this with friends, you would just be waiting there for like 20 seconds. But if one of your AIs went in custody, you'll lose like a bit of the speed. So if you really want to, well, two is fine if it's just you and like another friend. The AI, you won't notice it. But if you have like a third one, I would just have a friend stand beside you while you pick lock, and if you have fourth, play it really smart. But this is if you're like a beginner. Yeah, great. A starter just came in. If you're just starting to do death sentence, I just went down. Okay. I would recommend having the AI near you at all time. Or what's it called? If you're doing 2-man, have your friend beside you. Or just have a good friend at the game. Or just invite invite random people off of like the communities that are related to Payday in this game. Oh, in this game on the console. Oh, look at that, I'm grey. That's nice. I'm probably gonna go in custody. I'm probably not though, just thinking about, but the AIs, I think they can't get me. Oh no, Buddy's got me. Okay, that's fine. But, what's it called? Being me, I would recommend placing a doctor bag the minute you enter here. Because this is the kind of annoying part. Just out of the entire of day one. So I would recommend having your downs refreshed and all that. Then you got the dozer that always spawns in here. If you don't, you're just very lucky. Or you have the dozer that spins around on the seat. Or you just have the dozer just standing there. The best one to have is either no dozer or the seat one. Because the seat one, you could spray bullets into before he stands up. The standing one, he'll shoot you immediately when you open the door. And no dozer, it's just good. It's no dozer, but I don't know if the no dozer could actually happen on the death sentence. But basically the main problem is with half of the rooms is the way they bombard the place with dozers. Considering it's not that difficult if you have the AIs do the work, it's just kind of stressful, the bow, on console, because the bow is actually quite hard to use on console. If I do say so myself, but that's because I use my either Fire Isma build, which I can't do because I'm too low level, or I use my Akimbo Judge build that I fucked up in the last death sentence video I did. I forgot shotgun skills. I even put in the description saying I forgot it, and I didn't realise until the video was uploading. I'm actually blind, by the way. I'm legitimately blind when I made that video. Alright, then day one should be finished at like, fuck knows how long it takes for you, but day one should have just been basically like, depending on your luck, a walk in a park. And that's day one complete. There's the stats that happened, well, which I got when I did it, so, yeah. Now day two, oh Jesus, the captain could spawn. You need a key card for the end. You also get a key card for the infirmary, because those count as a single-use medic bag. And you just have to be careful on the snipers, and just doing any of the side activities or whatever. So basically on this day, you want to be very careful because these guys are fucking strong as hell. Depending on how many there are in like any of the places, these guys pack a punch. So if you really want, you can just send the AI in there and just clean them out. So you want to get the first key card because well, key cards spawned there for me, but the key cards also have random spawns on this day. You want to immediately open the infirmary, and depending on RNG, you'll have like 3 uses out here. So you won't have to waste a doctor bag that early. Then you want to find the what's called electric box. In my one, it spawned up there. So in like your one, it could spawn over here, which is a good spawn. Over here is also a good spawn depending where you sit. Here is an okay spawn, and over there, if you put the AIs in the right positions, is also a good spawn. Then after you either wait for Hoxton to run there or clear out all the cops, you just wait for Hoxton to get on the computer. So in the meantime, you may as well just pick up all the packages in the room, just for that extra XP. The day one's optional if you get the packages, but it's not recommended because day one's just a shit show. So if your electric box spawned here, you just want to sit in this corner because they can't shoot you from down there, but they can shoot you from there and there. But you rarely notice it. Then if it spawns here, you can just sit right here and not go down like what I did. But you could sit either there or in front of the printer. Well, here or in front of the printer. Then on the one that's where Jacket just walked past, you can just sit behind the printer and put an AI in front of it. This one you could just sit in the corner. This one you could sit in the corner. And this one you could sit in the corner. So or you could just sit here just to avoid all the shots completely. So only issues with this part, well, just with this one, the cops could drop down from there. So that's the only issue. So I would be very careful on what's called the way you play just in this area alone, because you really do not want to make this day longer than it's meant to take, basically. And look at that, I'm almost grey already. I am so good at this game. So if the chances of the power going off is very high if you're not there, obviously. But if they could turn off the power and you turn it back on, they can't turn it off until Hoxton gets back on the computers. So that's a plus. So if the corridor's clear, I would recommend run out and get a use of like one of the infirmary medkits if you went down multiple times. Potato aim. I actually have potato aim with crossbow. But I've said that multiple times in fact. It's all about luck, as I said. Like, Hoxtonbreakout gives the most XP unless it's, well, not including cook-off or any like Santa's workshop or anything, because you could just stay there for fucking hours. But Hoxtonbreakout is like the easiest one to do, unless you're stealthing his bank heist. So Director, this is a good one because you're physically safe. You can just sit here the entire time and just do the computer. So if you get Director, just be happy because the Director one's just the easiest to have. Then you could also kill like the medics and all that. Well, yeah, the medics and the shields and tasers that drop down and spawn. So that's also a plus. And basically, you just have to wait for Hoxton now. And now more waiting. An interview file should come through, I think, every 10 seconds, if I'm right. It's every 10 seconds. Depending on when you interact with it. Oh, I hate that when that happens. I hate that when the AI does that. Yeah. It's not even 10 seconds. It's every 15 seconds, in fact, if I'm right. Either 15 or... yeah, it's 15. Every 15 seconds. Or 20. It depends on luck. If I'm right, it depends on luck anyway. But the issue with this day is you have a chance for minigun and medic dozer spawning in, so... that's also a big... sad, but... it's also... it can fuck you over, because the minigun dozers, without Swong Song and Akimbo Judges, will destroy you. And the medic dozers are just fucking annoying in general. And now it's just more waiting for like 100 seconds, if I'm right. Yeah, 100 seconds. So if you shove on the AI there, well, it's optional if you shove them there. You could shove them right there as well. I just shot my arrow, or you could shove them right here, and you could just sit in the corner. But it's really up to you where you shove your AI. So basically, it's just more waiting. Oh, day 2 is just waiting, and that's just day 2 for you. Day 2, wait, more play, more waiting, play, go, more waiting. Then you want to just dominate cops, because then they won't send like medics and all that, because it counts as hostages. Forgot to mention that. You should have did that like start of the thing with the extra hostages, but depends on how you play. Like you could do it without getting any hostages, or you could get the hostages, but having the hostages is just a lot easier. But you could go, if you have the skill points and know how to make a, well, if you're smart enough and you have like the discounts, the skills, you could get hostage taker and you'll get like health back every few seconds. So that's also a plus. So Hoxton should be finished this in the next 20 seconds. Oh, 5 seconds, sorry. So now we just wait for him to say where we're gonna go, then we'll run there. So down in the lab, if a keycard spawns, unlike, if I'm right, mine, yeah, keycard didn't spawn. But if you had a keycard spawn, you could pick lock that door and open it from inside, so you get extra safety. But drilling's really nothing to worry about, so. Yeah, if all this day is just waiting, because it's day 2 of Hoxtonbreakout. But the payout is worth it afterwards. And I just downed myself. Okay, that's fun. But if you really want to, and you found another keycard, you could just open it. Or you could just save it to the end. It's depending on how many keycards spawn as well. So if you really want it to happen, well, if you really want to get this done fast, I would just either get drill skills or just keycard every door. Just, it all depends on luck. But if you're doing this in Crime Spree, it's depending on how high your Crime Spree is, it should be a walk in the fucking park. But if you have like a 400 or something, yeah, play it really smart. Just don't rush through it. But if you want a really good build for Crime Spree, I will do a video on it. And well, in fact, just leave a like and comment if you want a really good build for solo Crime Spreeing. I'll let's go. There'll be a couple of them in the one video. So, but this is for console, because they haven't nerfed Crook or anything, so you get like 195 armor still on it. Unlike PC where you get like 132.5. And due to the DNA testing, it's all luck. Like, just like that, I just got mine first go. But yours could take like 5 or 6 goes. Or you get the encryption keys, or the extra server, or the, what's it called? The archives. It's really luck based this day as well, just like day one. So, depending on everything in day 1 and 2, you could basically solo like this entire thing, just depending on luck. So if you're really lucky, you'll be fine. But if you're really unlucky, you've got a meh chance to complete it. And I would be careful on the snipers. Now that's all I'll say. Be careful on snipers, because snipers are actual aids on this mode. Well, this difficulty. Considering they're aids on every difficulty, but they're even worse. They physically could one-tap you in death sentence. So 35 seconds is pretty good due to it not stopping and starting constantly. But it's all depending on how your accuracy is, what you have on AIs, how you play the game and all that. And yeah, that's basically, it's all depending on luck and all that, and not going into custody and using your medic bags at like the right time. Like, see, I just got archives right now, so if there's a keycard that spawns in the middle, I would use it. I don't know if there's a keycard that spawned in the middle though, because I haven't been to the middle. So if there's a keycard that spawns there, use the one in there, or down there, and go back up and pick it up. So, like, just like the middle, there's a keycard spawned there. Or if there could be one that spawns in like a flower pot, or on the benches. I would just use it in the one down there, and just come up and pick that one up. So, basically, this one is just more luck. Like, you get first go, or you get the last set of, like, what's called papers, or the file cases, or whatever. But if you're playing solo, your revive time for like AIs going down will basically be like being Spire 1. So it'll be basically like 2 seconds just to res someone, or like an AI. But if you have like, what's it called, another person in, it would take like half the time it would originally take. And I just had another starter amazing. And a third person, it would take like a quarter of the original time. No, not a quarter of the original time, like 3/4 of the original time. And the full team, it would just be default. And if I get res by AI, I'll be surprised, because AI are not that smart. Please res me, AI, please. Okay, they've got me. Alright. So, if keycard spawns there, take it, and what's called save it, because you're on the last computer, and use it on the door that you walk past the minute you start the heist. And then you should simply have this in the bag, because it's the last computer. But if you have like the server and all that, I would spam concussions like on the way back, because the concussions will stun the cops at basically any range for some strange reason on console. Considering I haven't tested it, I've just spammed a lot of them in the time I've played on console. And that's basically the entire heist. Well, by the way, the archives you've seen, oh, the what's called encryption keys. they're depending on your spawn, they're really annoying. If you get downstairs spawn, that is the well-known spawn. It's just annoying because you have to sit behind a pillar the entire time and wait for a drill unless you use a key card. Then you have to wait for the computing hack or something. Not the computer hack. Great English or great brain today. And what's it called? That is like another. If you don't do the key card, it's like another minute just for the drill and like a minute for the hack, or like 90 seconds. Then you got the server, which you just spam concussions. But if you don't use the key card, you wait like a minute just to get the server. Then the archives, you've seen I used a key card because another one spawned, but you would wait another minute for that. But basically there's a lot of waiting in this heist. But it's worth the payout, because you could just say, oh, I've done Hoxtonbreakout solo death sentence, and yeah, that's basically what you could flex on. Like, I haven't flexed on me soloing this since I've done this multiple times on Xbox and PC. Just like that, 2 dozer spawn. But depending, in fact, not depending, there's a chance for Hoxton to bug out and he'll be a constant, he'll basically be a 4th AI for you constantly. So the hack will still go on, but Hoxton will be a 4th AI. There's a chance for that to bug out and happen, so it just makes the heist a bit easier. But no clue how it works and all that, so. And once you get to this bit, that should be you finished. Your first ever heist, or second ever heist, or whatever. Or your first ever loud heist on death sentence. That isn't a bank heist. So, if you want to see more of how to do death sentence or something, please do leave a like. If you don't, I just don't dislike. In fact, do dislike if you want to. It's really up to you, or like. But being honest, it's Payday. The community's been up and down since Crime Fest 2015. So if you want to see more Payday content, just like and comment. And if you don't, just comment and I'll stop doing Payday content. But if you want to see more content from me, please do subscribe. And if you want to know when I upload, well, if you want to get see the upload of the video or whenever, the minute it comes out, please put on the notification bell. And I will see everyone in the next video. Goodbye.